Your discipline is making you weaker. Sound impossible? You've optimized everything. Your morning routine, your calendar, your macros. Every hour tracked, every variable controlled. You think this is strength. You've read the books, listened to the podcasts, bought into the promise that the right system will finally make you untouchable. Marcus Aurelius Severus would tell you it's the most sophisticated form of slavery he's ever seen. Here's what's actually happening. You're not disciplined. You're terrified. Every optimization is just another bar on the cage you've built. Every system, every protocol, every non-negotiable routine. It's not freedom. It's you frantically trying to control a world that was never meant to be controlled. You've taken something that should make you resilient and turned it into the very thing that makes you fragile. You feel it, don't you? That tightness in your chest when something disrupts your schedule. That flash of panic when you miss a workout. That nagging voice that says if you're not optimizing, you're falling behind. You've told yourself that's the voice of excellence, that it's what separates you from everyone else who's given up, who's gone soft, who's surrendered to mediocrity. But excellence doesn't make your jaw clench when your flight gets delayed. Excellence doesn't turn a missed morning routine into an existential crisis. The problem isn't that you lack discipline. The problem is that discipline has become your prison. And you've mistaken the bars for principles. You've confused structure with strength. You've turned preferences into absolutes. And every day, you make the cage smaller, thinking you're getting sharper, thinking you're cutting away weakness when really you're just cutting away your ability to adapt, to flow, to be human, in a world that refuses to follow your script. Marcus Aurelius Severus saw this pattern destroy more men than wine or women ever did. The high performers who turned philosophy into performance metrics, who took Stoic practice and weaponized it into rigid control. They thought they were mastering themselves. They were just running from uncertainty, running from the fundamental truth that life is inherently unpredictable, and no amount of optimization will ever change that. By the end of this, you'll know exactly why your discipline stopped serving you and started suffocating you, and what the Stoics actually meant when they talked about self-mastery. Because what they described looks nothing like your optimized prison. It looks nothing like your color-coded calendar and your macro tracking app and your meditation streak. Dominic Kane had it all mapped. 5 a.m. wake up. Cold shower. Exactly 3 minutes. Black coffee. No sugar. Meditation. 12 minutes. Not 11. Not 13. Workout logged. Calories tracked. Email processed in batches. No meetings before 10. No carbs after 6. No exceptions. Ever. For 3 years, this machine ran perfectly. And for 3 years, Dominic became increasingly unbearable to be around. His girlfriend left first. Said it felt like dating a robot. Said she could never be spontaneous, never suggest something that wasn't scheduled, never just exist with him without it being optimized. His business partner followed. Said every conversation felt like an agenda item. Said Dominic had lost the ability to just be present without performing some version of productivity. Dominic didn't understand. He was performing better than ever. Revenue up, body fat down, productivity metrics exceeding projections. The system worked. The numbers proved it. So why did he feel like he was standing on the edge of a cliff every single morning? Why did success feel like suffocation? Then his father had a stroke, and the system shattered. The hospital was chaos. Visiting hours didn't align with his schedule. The cafeteria didn't have his macros. Sleep was impossible. His routine gone. And without it, Dominic discovered something terrifying. He had no idea who he was. Strip away the cold shower, the tracked metrics, the perfect compliance, and there was just nothing. a hollow space where a person should be. Sitting in that hospital chair at 2 in the morning, watching his father's chest rise and fall, Dominic realized he'd spent 3 years building an identity out of compliance. Every discipline choice wasn't free will. It was compulsion. The cold shower wasn't making him stronger. It was his morning proof that he still existed, that he was still in control, that the chaos couldn't touch him, that he mattered because he could do hard things even if those hard things were completely arbitrary. Except it could. And it did. This is when Marcus Aurelius Severus would have asked him the question that changes everything. Not, what is your routine? But what are you running from? Because here's the truth Dominic learned in that hospital. The Stoics didn't practice discipline to control life. They practiced discipline to stop needing control. There's a difference that splits the world in half. One makes you stronger with every unexpected blow. The other makes you more brittle, more breakable, more dependent on circumstances staying exactly as you've arranged them. Seneca wasn't measuring his meditation sessions. He was learning to be at peace, whether he meditated or not. Marcus Aurelius didn't track his habits. He developed principles that held regardless of circumstances. Epictetus didn't optimize his morning. He trained himself to be unshakable when the morning went sideways, when life didn't cooperate, when the plan fell apart. Real Stoic practice makes you more flexible, not more rigid. It prepares you for chaos, not perfection. The discipline isn't the point. Freedom from needing the discipline. That's the point. The ability to be excellent with structure or without it. To be yourself whether the routine survives or not. Dominic sat there and looked at his 3 years of perfect data, and he saw it clearly for the first time. He wasn't disciplined. He was terrified of being undisciplined. He wasn't strong. He was desperately controlling everything he could, because he couldn't control anything that mattered. His father's health, his relationships, his actual safety in an uncertain world. The routine was just elaborate theater, a performance of control in a life that had none. The routine wasn't making him powerful. It was making him fragile. One disruption and the whole identity collapsed. One deviation from the script, and he didn't know how to be a person anymore. When his father woke up 2 days later, Dominic was different. Not broken, clarified. He discovered the difference between discipline as a tool and discipline as a prison. And the difference is this: tools you can put down. Tools serve you. Prisons trap you, even when you're the one who built them. He still wakes early, but some mornings he doesn't. He still trains. But missing a session doesn't create an identity crisis. He still has structure, but the structure serves his peace now, not his panic. It supports his life instead of replacing it. Marcus Aurelius Severus would recognize this version of Dominic. Not the machine, the man. The one who can be disciplined without needing discipline to know who he is. Here's what you do tomorrow. Pick one non-negotiable in your routine. One thing you never skip, never modify, never question. And skip it. Deliberately. Not because you're being lazy. Because you're testing whether you're disciplined or just dependent. Whether your structure serves you or owns you. Sit with the discomfort that comes. That feeling, that's not weakness. That's the cage revealing itself. Real discipline means you're still you when the routine breaks. If you're not, you never had discipline. You had a very sophisticated distraction. The next step changes everything.